We're live? Okay. All right, good morning, everyone. Today's Monday, August 17th, 2020 at 10 o'clock. We're here to conduct a budget workshop for the Hunt County Commissioners Court. At this time, I'll call the meeting to order, and Commissioner Evans, Strait, Martin, and Harrison are all present. I'm Judge Stovall. I'll be presiding over the meeting. New business, we're going to move to the amended budget workshop agenda under action item number 1, ordering the election to be held on November 3rd, 2020. Y'all have that in front of you. It's the general election for November 3rd. I've entertained a motion to approve number 1 action item.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 2, approval of the notice of general election with polling locations for the November 3rd, 2020 general election. Entertain a motion for approval of the locations for the general election.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. We'll go to the regular first posted agenda. Discussion related to the FY 2020 budget. Do y'all do we want to talk to Chief Biggers first, or
Very good.
we want to do this in the public or private or executive session? Does it matter?
I believe it'd be better to go into the other session.
Do we have it
reference
posted
to
correctly,
not public.
Daniel, to go to executive session for this item?
The executive session number 1 to have all the
Contracts and stuff
everything
like
from
that.
the regular session. Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay. Entertain a motion to go in executive session under number 1.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're in executive session. Okay, it's 10:28, and we're back in regular session. Under number one, discussion related to FY 2021 budget. Where do y'all want to start? Okay, Phil?
May we go back, the other day, I believe it was Friday, you had asked me, and I believe, Commissioner Harrison has something to go before the court also. At that point of time, I didn't want to change anything. My budget, in fact, my carryover, which is 600,000, and I have 35% of what's, rather than 15%. I do have money available, so I would like to add a permanent hourly, without, we wouldn't be paying insurance without benefits.
So a part-time, permanent part-time?
Yes, permanent part-time. If you'll look at the sheet that I put on there, it'll have everything. I have talked to Stacy, who gave a copy in reference to, or talked with Bruce, also the auditor. And this would give me a total, in reference to that hourly and permanent hourly employee, requires 33,932, and that would pay all the retirement FIC, and the insurance would not be a part of it. So I'm asking that,
Why would insurance not be part of it?
because it's permanent part-time. Now, we would have to have
Well,
workman's comp type situation, but this is
we have to
not.
pay retire, I didn't think we paid,
Depends on how many hours he's gonna have then.
I mean, you talking about the same person over and over, or you talking about multiple people for hourly?
I'm talking about one person.
How much do you like making him full-time? I mean, it seems like that's getting pretty close to a full-time employee.
Well, you'd probably 11,500, add that to it.
To the
which I was-
total, but to what he's making, his salary, you've got 27,300, what are you paying your lowest paid guy?
My lowest paid,
How much?
Probably around 35.
So for 8,000, I mean, aren't we, I don't know in the government world, in the old world, I mean, if you work somebody that many hours in a year, they're considered full-time. That's my concern, Phil. I'm not being critical
No,
at all
no,
of you,
no,
I'm
say
just
it
making
again.
sure we're not getting in trouble.
say it again, I'm sorry.
In the
32 hours.
the real world out there, if I'd have worked somebody that much part-time, they would have been considered
Yeah,
full-time.
we can only do this, I believe I was figured at 1750, and we have a policy in reference to 25, not going over 30, to make sure that we don't. I was talking to human resources on that. So what I was figuring is 3 days a week, that's 24 hours that way, because if they should have to work over in reference to having a problem, you would have to take the last 12 hours, 12 months, take an average, and if it's over 30, then we'd have to start paying them.
As a full-time employee?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's what I was concerned
And
about.
that's what I did. I knocked that down to where, I figured it, I believe it's 25, 24.
That is
I
correct.
figured it 24 and all that in reference to that. I had a program, back in 2001, through 2008, I think it was, basically, in reference to, had 2 part-time people that was done away with when I was gone. And what that did is I had 2 people, and I didn't think that I'd push this for 1 full-time, but what I had is I hired people, young kids, 17, 18 years old, that were going to college. And basically this part-time work was used to keep them, but also it did something else. It allowed them to be around machinery and stuff like that, in which these 6 people, 2 of them, one of them works for the TxDOT because of learning about equipment. Another one works for a road building company, and then I've had a teacher, 2 highway patrolmen. So they were getting education, further education, being able to do this, and this is what I was actually looking at to go back in, and that's one reason. Plus that I'm cheap and conservative as heck, and figured if I could get this, it worked back then, so why wouldn't it now? That's the whole thing right there. And I was figuring, because I wanted to stay within that 600,000
How much did you say you're gonna pay this person?
Pardon?
How much are you paying this
I was
part-time?
having it up to $17.50. I'll start them at $16.50. But these figures are up to $17.50.
With an average of 30 hours a week is what he wanted to do.
Well, at 30 hours, then they go full-time, I thought.
No.
32.
32, okay.
No. It was,
Phil,
let me-
it's your money. I don't care. I just wanna make
let me
sure.
ask you this.
I mean, I don't want you to just, create a hardship on our, payroll people, HR people, and get it too close to where somebody has to spend time, paying attention to it for another $8,000. It looks like almost a full-time person. To me, might be okay. I mean,
if I have
but it's
the-
your call. I don't care.
if I have the money available to where it's not gonna put me beyond that 6,000 and all this, and, basically, I would go for another full-time. But I would want, I'd want to look at that right now,
Well, you
whether I
already
have
said
the
you have
money
35,
available.
you said you already got a reserve of 35%.
Yes.
So you got more than enough money.
Okay, then if this court will allow,
Correct, Bruce?
Yes, Philip, you would have enough money, plus I'd be concerned about an employee that's working almost as much as everybody else that doesn't have the health insurance, and they start talking to each other.
okay?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what concerns me.
If this court would allow me to have a full-time, I'll put in for full-time, if everything be all right in reference to it. I'd go a full-time.
I don't have any problem. I don't, either way, it's your department. I'm just questioning you to get you to think about it.
And this is kind of where I'm at on this other one that I'm asking for. Because I've paid him the hourly for the last almost year. And that's the
Okay.
problem I'm running into right now with insurance and benefits. So,
Okay, I'll say that I'll request in reference, if y'all figure it out as far as, me being able to make it all right, I'll turn this in asking for a full-time.
Can we do it right now? I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Do you want to put them in at $17.50 an hour, or do you want to put them in at $16.50 an hour?
What'd you have yours in, Randy?
18,
Using Randy's numbers at 18 makes it be
57.
57,108. So
How much?
57,108.
Well, if you use them at $17.50, that's
That's what that
36 for a year.
$17.50 was.
No, 18.
that was 18 that Randy had on Friday.
so yeah. See.
So it'll be actually a little
Okay,
cheaper than that.
put
So-
me in for that, what? see
And you
what-
don't have to pay it. You can budget for 18.
That's right, I don't have to
Budget
pay it, but
18,
that'll
40,
end
16.
the case. Good enough.
You good with that, Philip? I mean,
I'm good with it.
I am too.
I'm
I
good
mean,
with
that's
it.
fine. I'm just, sound like that'd be a better help to you than what you were trying to do. That's fine with me.
That'll be good, I appreciate it.
Okay, everybody okay with that? Adding an employee, budget him at $18 an hour, but he's probably gonna start him out less than that, but we'll budget at 18.
That's perfect.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, if we're all good with that one,
Then I've got mine.
precinct 4, okay.
Kind of like what Philip was talking about. I've got an employee that I paid for about a year hourly, and he's my excavator operator. That's why the starting's a little bit more than a typical employee. So I'm just asking for that one at $60,759, which includes all the benefits.
And how much an hour?
I'd have to figure it at the
Oh,
hour.
okay, I thought you said something, I'm
No,
sorry, I
the
misunderstood.
total with benefits and everything is $60,759.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's been working for him a year.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with that, but I thought I heard him say 16 an hour.
No.
$18 an hour was more than that, so. I'm old, guys, I'm old. My hearing is not good.
Costco,
Yeah, I understand.
good advertising.
Everybody good with this one? Is that a nod? Everybody
Are you
good?
going to keep your hourly employee? money?
Well, I've budgeted down. Yeah, I had 40,000 there too. So what's been in there in the past, I knocked it down to 20,000. But yes, I do have our hourly employees still.
So you're adding one new and keeping the
keep-
part-time
yeah.
with the less
Well, it's
budget.
20,000 instead of 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That good for everybody? Everybody's good, all right. What else? Anything else we need to discuss today?
I have two things.
Perfect, go ahead.
First of all, I want to, I guess for the record or whatever, talk about the amount of money that our new revenue will have from new property added to the tax rolls. And I want to repeat the amount. It's $1,074,394. And the reason I do that, I read in a local newspaper where it said 1.740 million. And I wanted to correct that for the record to the public. Secondly, I have some insurance information from Sandy about the auto and liability. And what I plan on doing is go in and put in all the amounts exactly that she has given me. And then I got this at 9 o'clock this morning, so obviously they're not in there, but I'll go ahead and get that in here for the next time we take a look at the budget. Sandy I did promise that I would tell people that whenever they change vehicles or any changes in insurance to please let her know. So I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
And then on property insurance, she said she put in the budget an amount of $115,000, and it got cut to $105,000. And she said there had been a property reappraisal during the year, and therefore it needs to be up to $115,000.
I didn't cut it. I didn't cut it.
Well, I think it may have been budgeted based on the amount of expenditure in the year.
From
but she
last
said-
year, yeah.
And so I'm just asking if I need to raise that from 105 to 115.
Yes, I think.
And I can do that.
Yes.
And let's see,
So that's gonna pull our reserve, our
It'll be-
contingency down by $132,000 or something.
no, it'll bring it down 10,000 from 105,000.
Well, I'm talking about adding 122 in. Oh, well, some of these were budgeted automobile expenses were in there.
I haven't-
Some of them weren't, correct?
Yeah.
So we
some
don't
of
know
them-
what that is.
Some of them are in, some of them are
Right,
not.
that's right. So we don't know.
I really don't want to comment right now till we go through and do it all, and then I can give you a grand total
Okay,
of what
that's
that
fine.
is after we do it.
In reference to property, that's non-highway equipment.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
just buildings. And they were here like
No,
a
that's-
month ago, 2 weeks ago or something. I saw them over at the jail. They were walking around one day when I was over at the jail meeting with Buddy and some of them. So they've been here recently.
And I think she said we also, had added, I think we added what, Wolf City and Commerce during the year. I think maybe Commerce, I don't know, anyway. she
We added
said-
Commerce during the year and we upgraded Wolf City, I think.
Anyway, with adding the reappraisals is justification for the increase.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Anybody got anything else? I got a email, I guess, from Christy Roundtree. I think y'all probably got it.
Good, awesome.
I'm gonna defer on that and discuss it later. I don't know the status of where Chris is right now. He called me, I think Friday night, and his wife had been tested for COVID. Probably won't get the results till a day or two, so he's quarantined right now, and I'm not gonna bother him. So he put some money in there, but she's telling me a lot of things that apparently he has knowledge of, so we'll just hold this until I talk to him and see what we need to do. If everybody's okay with that, that's,
We're good on all the funds, right?
do what?
We're good on all the funds.
As far as I know.
Okay.
Is that anything else on the budget for now? Got line item transfers released from the other day.
I
No,
didn't
we
know
do
if
have
we
line
want to
item
talk about, going forward with budget calendar type thing, like we're looking at adopting the budget.
Right.
On September the 15th. We're looking at the regular Commissioners Court meeting, I believe September the 8th would be where the vote would take place to approve the elected official salaries. We have to advertise in the paper 10 days before that. We plan on doing that August the 29th, which is a Saturday. And then obviously somewhere in there, we're adopting the budget September the 15th. We'll have a public hearing there at that meeting. And then we'll do the appropriate notices in the paper in the timely manner for all that also. Now, as I understand, we're only required to have one hearing on the budget this year. And I just wanted to throw that out, right now. I assume that's the best way to go right now. We're
Yeah.
basically having workshops that are open to the public, and, obviously, when we have a regular meeting, we always have, I guess, the open forum or whatever at that point in time
Correct.
anyway. So people still have a opportunity to speak. We won't, and I'll say from having to have an extra meeting and all the extras we have to go through to hold a meeting.
Right. Mandy, I think we ought to probably put it, on next Tuesday's regular session to discuss the budget, just in case anything comes up, and it would give the public another opportunity to comment and review it online, and then have comments from our conversations here in our meetings and whatever's online. So let's keep it on every agenda we have, just in case somebody wants to comment. Did we need to talk, from y'all's meetings Friday, do we need to do anything about?
I guess to correct what I said earlier, I was just thinking about, when I say adopt the budget, we adopt the budget first, then we adopt the tax rate
No, I understand.
after it. But yeah, I just want to clarify all that.
Okay.
But I don't know that we have anything, I will ask, Stacy, is there anything that you're aware of that we,
I mean, I've gotten a letter from Andy who's setting his salaries and have those all been added and in there? Do we?
They
need-
will be, yes, sir, and we'll,
But they're currently not.
currently not,
Okay,
no.
so we can look at those next Tuesday then.
yes, sir, we can go through and update everything
That'd
that
probably be
we
more
talked about.
appropriate to do it when we got all the numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
put it on the agenda for Amanda for court next Tuesday.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? If not, all we got is line item transfers, is that correct?
That's it, yes, sir.
Entertain a motion to approve line item transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Anything else before the court today? Daniel, you got anything?
There's no, public comments, and I don't have anything to present today.
Okay. No other comments or business? I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We're adjourned at 10:46. Thank you, everyone.